Imagine a world where the sky has turned a bruised purple, the oceans have risen to swallow the coasts, and humanity is clinging to survival in isolated pockets. You are John Calvino, a man who has lost everything, his family, his home, and his hope, only to find himself drawn to a mysterious, isolated house perched on a cliff overlooking the churning sea. But this isn't just any house. It's a sanctuary that seems to defy the chaos outside, guarded by secrets that predate the apocalypse. Welcome to the House at the End of the World, the haunting, suspenseful, and deeply emotional thriller by Dean Koontz. If you love atmospheric, post-apocalyptic settings, psychological mystery, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated power of hope in the face of absolute despair, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral terror of a dying world with the profound resilience of the human spirit. The narrative kicks off with John's arrival at the house, where he meets his enigmatic owner, a woman named Molly, who seems to know more about the end of the world than she lets on. The atmosphere is thick with the salt spray of the storm, the creak of old timber, and the creeping dread of knowing that the dangers outside are not just natural, but something far more sinister. Koontz excels at capturing the psychological toll of isolation, making every shadow in the hallway, every whisper in the wind, and every memory of a lost loved one feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is losing your mind. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular sanctuary in the storm trope and the brilliant psychological healing dynamic. This isn't just about surviving the elements. It's about surviving the guilt and grief that threaten to drown us from within. Watching John navigate the complex history of the house, uncover the truth behind the apocalypse, and use his wits to outsmart the forces that seek to destroy the last remnants of humanity is incredibly gripping. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the prose to life, making the howl of the wind, the quiet comfort of a shared meal, and the heavy, panicked breathing of a man on the edge feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular suspense and the sci-fi mechanics, the soul of the house at the end of the world lies in its characters and the heavy burden of memory. John isn't just a survivor. He is a deeply human individual, struggling with the moral weight of having lived when others died. The emotional anchor of the story is his fierce, unbreakable bond with Molly and the other residents of the house, a found family bound by shared trauma and a commitment to preserving what little beauty remains. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations by the fire feel just as impactful as the explosive, reality-shattering revelations. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A group of marauders or a supernatural threat targets the house, forcing John into a spectacular, high-stakes confrontation to protect his new family. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming moral courage, and raw, unbridled love. John doesn't just survive the assault, he redefines what it means to be human in a broken world, delivering a deeply satisfying, emotionally resonant payoff that proves humanity's greatest weapon isn't its technology, it's its capacity to care. The House at the End of the World is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic thriller genre. It is smart, terrifying, and unapologetically profound. Dean Koontz has crafted a novel that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog holding the line against darkness. Plug in your headphones, open your heart, and join John. The world is ending, but their story is just beginning.